times. Yeah.
You dropped something.
Kobe, what are you doing? That's not a toy.
Did everybody enjoy the big crypto rally last night?
Oh, I didn't even partake.
Oh, most crypto just skyrocketed like 20% last night overnight.
Well, fuck. My 400 Dogecoin wouldn't be worthless right now.
I know, I have 250. It's like worth like $50.
I had bought it when it was like 6 cents a coin, and I bought like $1 worth. Or whatever it was. No, it was before that. It was like
Well, I had my sales all pre-scheduled. So when it skyrocketed up, I sold off, and then when it leveled back off, I was able to buy more. So I made like 250 coins on AMP today.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dollar bills, y'all.
And pocketed 16 cents.
Gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, small gains.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Well, that's a pretty big gain. 250 coin. It's roughly about $60 or so.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, guys. Our tweet is live. We are live.
You know,
Yeah,
you're live.
I mean, we've been live for like the past 2 minutes, but we're live.
Snickers!
Snickers!
So-
Wait. Shit. I had...
It glitched when you said that. It was great, so it did not sound very good on that one. It literally just sounded like you yelled the N-word.
I did not. I said Snicker.
I know.
Snicker.
And we're all cheering for Snickers.
Well, it doesn't help that Alan's doing his sound bits.
I don't care about your updates, Microsoft Edge.
Hey, Snicker Base, how's it going?
I know, long time.
He's
no
all
see.
about that bass.
About that bass.
About that bass. And the Snickers.
Bar.
Okay, so order is gonna be Keelan, me, Alan, Ethan for one-liners, and we're starting with your Freedom Phone.
Okay. I thought that was just kind of a fun little...
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Oh my god, I never even got a chance to look at the video about the vulnerabilities for the phone, which I was thinking about as you mentioned
He
it.
doesn't go over any of, like, I guess that would have been a negative take on it,
Mhm.
but he really doesn't talk about anything bad.
Mhm.
Like, his biggest complaints are, well, you could buy this phone for $150, and then these apps work close to what they want or what they have, and blah blah blah. It's a scam. You're getting ripped off of all that money because you can just do it all yourself. And I'm like, I couldn't. I mean, Alan might, right? But for somebody like me, $500, and I don't have to do any of the jailbreaking, I'm good.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, I've been looking at like, now that you mentioned jailbreaking, I've been thinking about jailbreaking this Amazon tablet I got with me.
Yeah, and so that's the way he explained it, right? So they worked with the company, they bought a bunch of phones from the company, right? They get it, they wipe it completely, and they install their own operating system, which has their own app store. And there you go. That's the phone.
I don't know. It sounds like Iron Man 2, where it's not Rand Technologies, but it's some other dude, and Iron Man just comes over and just loads his shit onto it, or what's his face hacks
Kinda,
into
right?
it.
But the idea is that, you know, it's based in more the DeFi area.
Yeah. Like,
So,
I'm
I mean,
no, I'll cover what I have to say on the episode.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I was just
Rising.
saying. I've been learning a lot about the DeFi like world,
Mhm.
and it's pretty much Internet 2.0.
Yeah.
The whole point of it is that there's no server for it to go through first.
Mhm.
Ryzen, I was cleaning my room out today, and I found your notes from the birthday gifts you sent me. I don't think I saw them when I opened it.
Yeah, you did because you said that you saved them. That's why they were in your room.
I found them. That's how long I keep boxes, y'all.
Girl, I can show you my office closet right now. I feel like I've hit like peak mom when I'm like, ooh, this is a good box. We're gonna save this box. Like,
No. but
Yeah.
legit,
Literally do
lie.
that. You've had to
It
throw
is-
away boxes that I just hoard.
But like your birthday box, right? It is cheaper to go to TJ Maxx or Ross and get a decorative gift box than it is to buy a bag at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that box.
I'll be back.
Good. It's a memory box.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
Like,
starting to
that's
sell
the
them
beauty
at
of
like,
it. You can reuse it
Dollar
too.
General down the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I right now it's holding my vinyl until I get my craft table, but eventually it's gonna be like a photo box. So I need to figure out how to do that. But for now it's holding my vinyl.
So at y'all's HEB, there's a they sell a 3-pound jar of honey.
Yeah.
But it's in like a little mead fermenter already. So you can like once you get the honey out, you can reuse the jar and make like half a gallon at a time.
Are you talking about the one that's like yay big? That's like ovalish? I used to buy those. These things are fucking expensive.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
like 50
awesome.
bucks.
Yeah.
$50 for honey? I'm like $13 for honey? Like
No, yeah.
No, but that
50 bucks for
honey's-
3 pounds isn't terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not
Yeah.
terrible. That's like almost bulk prices and it's fucking good honey.
It's at least local, so
Yeah, yeah.
I like there's a brand that's like sunflower honey, and it's a Texas local brand, and I like that one a lot too. Things
That's
are
like
just
a
better
lot
in
of-
Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But a lot of people don't realize like you want honey from your area because that's how you get the medicinal benefits of honey. So like you always hear like it's good for your allergies. Well, it has to be made with the flowers you're allergic to.
All right, Ryzen, what's the beard update?
I know that caught my eye. I'm ready.
Ooh, but wait. We gotta start. We gotta start, guys. We gotta start. But we want that beard update, bro.
The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the Naked Podcast.
So the Loki in Sylvie is starting to show because he might be a girl. Hey guys, it's Keelan.
Aw. He or she is cute either way. So I said earlier that I reach peak mom by saving boxes, but I actually think it's because I have this book now. It's the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and I love it. It's a grunge, eh?
You know whose scene's not broken? This guy. Hey everybody, I'm glad you could see me.
Yeah, we got
twice.
NJ twice, and oh my goodness.
Hey, it's cool. I mean, everybody has me. What else do they need, right? Uh.
We're a professional podcast, I promise.
Hey, as long as they can hear me, I'm good. That means I can bum
No,
out over here.
So
Oh,
for people
there
who
you go.
don't know, me and Puzzled actually rescued a little kitty.
Aww.
We weren't able to actually like So we think it's a she. We're pretty sure, at like 90% now. But we weren't able to actually check because she was very traumatized and skittish. Where she was pinned down by dogs and stuff. So, long story short, we got her home. It's been a couple days. It's been about a week. Wednesday will be a week. She's extremely comfortable with everybody now. She actually will let my dog get like this close.
Okay.
Puzzle's dog has to be on the other side of the room, but they're getting there. And we were actually able to like pick her up and handle her today, and we're pretty sure Sylvie is a female cat.
I came home from work today, and I went to pick her up, snuggle her a little bit, and I ended up flipping her on her back. And y'all know cats. Cats don't like to be on their back, much less have their belly rubbed.
Yeah.
Sylvie fucking loves it.
Huh.
Well, to a point.
Yeah, to a point.
You get like a few strokes in, and then it's just like straight.
Oh, maybe for you, not for me.
I fixed it, guys. I fixed it. We're all good now. Yeah.
She also has a thing about hair.
Yeah, she likes Crazy's hair.
Ryzen, it's okay. Remember, patience.
I was sitting on the couch and I felt her attack, and I was like, I'm being attacked. And the next thing you know, I felt 3 sets of claws like into my head.
Oh,
like, damn, girl, you're going hard.
NJ, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to where Sylvie was caught, and we're gonna get their sibling, because there was a little gray one there too. We're gonna bring it for you.
Well,
can we please name it Grey Worm bit? Norma, hear me out. Norma, look at me. Can we please name him Grey Worm? Grey Worm, it's perfect.
Come on.
Hey,
break the shackles of your masters.
Come on.
Just shove Grey Worm somewhere whenever your landlord comes to visit. You're good.
All right. Well, then Grey Worm's permanent residence is gonna be with you guys.
Ooh, and I think there's a way to train a cat to there's this attachment for the toilet that can go on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meet the Fockers taught us that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I almost did that with Leroy.
Yeah, we were working. He was almost had it too.
We were working on it.
Yeah,
so,
Ryzen.
I told Puzzled, I was like, hey, do you think Norma's ready for a cat? Because no girls are allowed. All our animals are boys.
House.
So we were gonna bring you Sylvie, and then we'll just get a boy cat.
I want a boy cat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why would you think that we're only accepting girl cats?
Because Puzzle is the only girl in that residence, okay? And she's already attached. How dare you?
That's what I said.
Ryzen. Fun fact, the Grey Worm character from Game of Thrones, he's actually a musician, and his name's Raleigh Ritchie, and his music is really good. You should check it out. I think you'll like it.
That's awesome.
But you know what else you should check out? This is our 100th episode.
Why don't we have that sound bit?
Bow, 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 bow. No. Yeah. Ethan's supposed to take care of that. Yeah. I take care of the whoops and the applause from the crowd, and Ethan goes and the
wow.
And Ethan goes bow 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 bow. Like this.
Wow.
All this fanfare. Let's get the show started. What do y'all say?
Woo!
Let's do
I
it.
thought we were doing the wave.
You know
I
what?
thought it would be fun to start off with the latest craze to hit the internet.
Wait, you got to roll a d20 first.
Right, that's funny. I win.
What? No, hold on. Go ahead.
So the latest craze, the Freedom Phone. Have y'all seen or heard much about it? The commercials have been everywhere.
I remember hearing about the development of the Freedom Phone, like what, last year, and then that was it. I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything commercial wise. All my ad blockers are like on point today, or they were on point
Oh,
today.
there's ads
Yeah.
everywhere. Every major conservative freaking person is like, you should buy a Freedom Phone. So start off the bat. If Freedom Phone was to sponsor us, we will totally take it. Have y'all seen? Oh well, okay. So researching in the advertisement incentive is $50 for every phone that your code is used on. So, like a major influencer, right? All they have to do is get 20 people to sign up, or 20,000 people, right? If you have 5-6 million followers, if you can at least convince 20 to follow you or to go buy this phone, you're at least making $1 million.
Oh, I got the image here. Hang on. This is what it looks like. It's ugly, man.
It's ugly.
I
So
think it looks like an
exciting.
iPhone.
Yeah.
It to me, yeah, it does. The sides and the front does look like an iPhone 3 or 4. So it pretty much has all your standards for your basic run-of-the-mill phone, right?
Mhm.
There's nothing spectacular about it. But again, some people were complaining about the price point. Price point is $499.
That's not bad.
Bad
Wait,
compared to the other phones on the market.
$499?
$499, and they're offering 10% coupons all over the place. So you can say $450, right? Bam.
I see why. Okay, go on.
Yeah. And so looking at what it is, right? You can't trust anything. And so Freedom Phone. Let's get into what it actually is, right? So it's a phone that's kind of jailbroken to work on any major carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes preloaded with all your alternative tech apps. So Parler, Rumble, Signal, anything that people use because it's viewed as anti-censorship or anti-controllable comes preloaded on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I know personally I use a lot of the apps already, right?
Yeah.
And you can install YouTube and other items. And the way the developer stated it is that it's the sandbox idea, right? So any app, when it's given permissions, it's only given permissions while being used in its own little bubble. So what it's doing is siphoning off and separating all the permissions, really. That's like the big deal about the phone. Because
Interesting.
yeah, why does YouTube need to know my location at all times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or need access to my messages or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest sell point that I could hear from the way he described it is just the way the operating system functions is they took the concept from a few open source that people have put out and created. They tweaked it a few ways, and they put out, Open OS or Freedom OS.
Yeah.
So what does that mean in terms of like security? Like your data probably is being shared, but what about like these? It's a sandbox data. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the way he explained it, right? I mean, Alan might be able to explain that a little better. I can't, but the whole point of it is that if you're already using this phone, you're probably already using like 4 different ways to protect your own privacy. You know what I mean? Like you're using your own VPN of some sort. You probably have some antivirus of your own. There's a lot out there. So really, I mean, I think this is kind of a good concept. And it breaks away. I mean, even if you want to go get a cheap Samsung phone from AT&T, what's that going to cost you? $900. So this one you can almost pay cash for and not freak out.
So they're just taking the phones from the manufacturer, wiping them, installing the Freedom
Runs
OS,
once.
and then selling those and be like, do what you want, basically.
Pretty much.
And then
No,
if
they
somebody
did.
tries to use your location or use your camera or anything like that, it notifies you. Says, hey, this app or website or whatever is trying to use this. Do you want to allow it? And then you can go from there.
Yeah, it's very it informs you of everything. And some people do freak out about the phone, the body they used. They did use the higher end, right? So the highest possible gigabytes. So
Will you
the
get a Freedom phone? Are you signed up?
I was actually telling her I don't think it would be a bad idea for work. I'm waiting to see a little more information on it, but it has piqued my interest. And as a business phone, I could see because there's a lot of information that I want to keep
Sensitive.
proprietary, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I know
So-
that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I mean, just based off of what you've told me and what I found, like I'm still on the edge. Like I don't think I'll buy one. I'd rather secure myself with my VPNs and rooting my phone and turning off certain things. Because one of the things that I didn't know is that the Freedom Phone is made by a Chinese company called
Hong
Umi
Kong.
Digi.
They're made in the company's based in Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
So, but that's the biggest thing, right? Because everyone keeps bringing it up. Well, it's made in China.
hmm
Name one cell phone that's not made in China.
Uh, Androids.
Nope,
Sorry.
they're still made in either Taiwan, Hong Kong, mainland China, or Korea.
Okay, we
Well,
recognize Taiwan as its own country.
Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
Korea and South Korea. Like
But
all
they
the
don't.
Samsung phones, they're made in South
Korea's-
Korea.
They own it all. So, but yeah, no, like so any phone that you're gonna get from any company or brand is gonna come from the same area. There's no controlling that.
Yeah, either the phone is majorly made there or pieces of it are made there. So yeah, there's no really going around that.
When can we right now? Is it just in pre-order phase or like testing phase to gauge interest or?
It is available orders, so I
Oh,
think
okay.
it's supposed to start rolling out soon.
So bad. Oh, and to answer Ryzen's earlier question, if the phone companies can still track you, they'll still be able to track you. They'll be able to triangulate your position with the
Your
towers.
SIM card, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no really getting around that unless you start using payphones again, but I don't think people are going that way.
So you just take your SIM card out of your phone, whatever it is, and pop it into this phone.
Mhm.
So your SIM card would still be trackable.
Yeah. Also,
The
Booty
idea-
has a point.
Yeah, the whole point of it was to just minimize,
Yeah.
minimize what's getting out for daily consumers that aren't as tech savvy but do want some data privacy.
And you know what? Good for them. Like it's about time that we start to take back our privacy from phone manufacturers and other companies. Like our privacy is very important. And for us to just be selling it as is, like I'm not okay with that.
So I just dropped a poll in the chat. Would you consider getting one just based on what you learned today?
Tell us.
Yeah,
have to-
I definitely want to see them roll out and get some actual hardware testing and people, poking in eyes. But it's
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for some reviews to come out about it. Maybe like Unbox Therapy does a video on it. I like watching that
yeah, or,
guy's
like-
videos.
I like kind of like Linus's tech tips too.
Mhm.
I've learned that channel.
There's the one
Yeah.
I did send where he just kind of gives a quick. He does, he gives his opinion on it, and I think it's the guy from Unbox.
Mm.
It's been a while
Might be.
since I watched it.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've watched Unbox Therapy.
What were you saying, Puzzle?
Oh, I was I would want to like interact with the OS first, just because I since the iPhone 4S, I've had an iPhone. I briefly tried the Motorola Razr with the Android for about 4 months, and I didn't really like it. So in order for me to switch, I would have to see if I'm compatible with that OS. Like, I know that's shitty, but
It's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
See
Uh,
that. Yeah, that's kind of like, but that's a good point, because I was thinking, I was like, it's kind of like a burner phone, but like, because
Mhm.
like burner phones can't be tracked or whatever. Like, there's like a SIM card, but I think more so like, I think the concept for me at least is a little interesting. Like, why do we have to accept these data permissions from other apps like YouTube or Facebook or whatever? So I think that concept appeals to me at least.
Yeah.
And that's what has my curiosity, right? Because if I want a phone right now, I have to go to the store of my carrier, pay them $900 to $1,500, and I get the preloaded Google machine, right? So to me, $500 for something that's gonna work is not a terrible deal.
Hmm.
Well, you know what is a terrible deal? All these microtransactions for Pokemon United.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god.
EA had a baby.
Oh
It
no.
happened.
Not so much EA, more Nintendo.
Which is
EA
Hey
very
had an affair with
Spartan.
Nintendo.
So
Right? Like I thought Nintendo was against microtransactions because they have their business model, right?
Mm,
Like I thought it was Nintendo's whole business model was that they could run 50 years without a profit and still be a full-fledged company.
yeah.
hmm
So I don't know what happened or what changed, but honestly, it's something that they're definitely turning back on. You know, like the developers. I think it might be the developers specifically. TIMI Studio Group, along with the Pokemon Company. You know, designing on the art and everything. I think they may have had a play in this exactly how they developed the game. Kind of like how Toei Games or the company that makes oh my god, Hyrule Warriors. They designed their own different game compared to like Breath of the Wild. So I think that has more. I think they'll have more control over exactly how they make their transactions and the microtransactions. But people are fucking pissed right now. Like all over Reddit, people are just saying like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. There's a whole bunch of game breaking items that you have to spend money on, or else you'll see your game performance kind of lag down, even though you don't change the way you're playing.
I did see
True.
like this
Mhm.
Twitch streamer. Oh god, I can't find his name right now. But he played the game, and he was able to like unlock certain things by paying to play it, like to unlock items and
Mhm.
get through the game, whereas other players have like spent hours and hours and hours like grinding for. And now like the developers of the game are like, we would like your feedback. Like, just go on Twitter, bro. Like, there's your feedback.
Right?
But
They listen to Twitter about everything. Just go to Twitter for once and listen when it matters.
go check your tag, bro. But honestly, like there's been a lot of good from it too. The matches are quick. The game design is great from what I've heard and seen. I still haven't played the game yet. I wanted to play it, but I did talk to friend of the stream, Alexander. We all know Alexander. I asked him about it, and he said he's been having a great time playing the game. He hasn't really noticed the monetization, and he's been getting some wins. So who
Huh.
knows if this is like been corrected yet or not, but from what I've seen, I don't believe so. Sense.
Pokemon United Spartan.
Yeah.
I honestly hadn't even heard about the game until y'all brought it up.
Dude, they announced it like almost a year ago. It's basically another game like League of
Smash
Legends.
Brothers. Or Smash Bros. Isn't it like matches? Like that's it? Like you just kind of
Yeah,
beat each other up?
It's 2 teams of 5 people, and the entire objective is to destroy the other team's base, all the way at the other end of on the map, kind of like League of Legends.
So
Capture the
StarCraft.
flag.
Yeah. But you don't run all the way back. You have to attack the flag until it breaks.
That just sounds like a StarCraft ripoff.
I wish I could agree with you, but I've never played StarCraft or StarCraft 2.
Chat, feel free to shame Peach.
Shame me too because I haven't played it either.
Well,
I
that's
don't even know
okay.
what StarCraft
What do you
is.
mean? Oh,
Shame. Shame.
I've played Star Fox.
I have too.
I actually had. Well, I always played it on PC, right? But I actually have it for the N64.
Nice.
That's fine.
Prez. With that 5-month sub. Thanks, bro.
He's like obsessed with me.
Right? No, but I going back to the topic at hand, I will have a much more informed opinion about the game next week.
Are you gonna play
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll stream it.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
You know who else is gonna play it
Who?
with you?
Who? You?
Sylvie.
Oh. Aw.
No.
Okay. I'm down for that.
No. We're not taking Puzzled's cat. So
No.
speaking of Puzzled, you were reading a BuzzFeed article and you found something interesting in that.
I did. So
It was a BuzzFeed article.
it was a BuzzFeed article, and I'd never really thought about it until I had seen. So we've all read the BuzzFeed articles, right? Here are the
Mhm.
top tweets from the last week because they're oh so funny. Here are the kids who did all the wrong things, whatever.
Damn kids.
This one just happened to be one about Twilight. What? No. Anyways, and I had noticed that the people they took from tweets and Tumblrs, and the people from Tumblr, once they realized that BuzzFeed was using their content, they went back and edited it, commenting. I screenshotted a few of them. So one's edit was, "Hey BuzzFeed, donate to the Quaalude people's move to higher ground," and it gives the address mthg.org. And that's what all of these did. They basically called BuzzFeed out for reposting their content, making profits on it, and they don't even get a contribution fee or anything like that. Thanks for stealing my content, BuzzFeed. Just kidding. Pay me. You guys steal people's content for a living. Hey BuzzFeed, do not use my post without permission. How hard is it to ask? Anyway, since you won't pay me for taking my content, we at least donate to the Quaalude tribe here. And it was just been something I've never thought about. BuzzFeed really does take people's posts, make money off of them, doesn't ask the people if they want to be a part of this article, does not get consent. And it was a little frustrating and saddening because I do love reading BuzzFeed articles, but now I have to almost protest them in a way.
I feel that. There is a TikTok I was watching, and she's a teacher, and she was talking about something that happened in her state, and a news organization reached out to her, and they're like, "Hey, like, what do you think about this certain topic?" And she wrote them like a long thought out email, and they asked her like could they use her content, and she had said no, but she wouldn't have known otherwise. Like one of her followers was like, "Hey, like your TikToks were on this news channel," and they didn't like attribute like anything that she wrote in her email. It was actually like a news segment, like kind of like bashing her in a way. So like kind of similar, kind of same, but kind of not. Like
Yeah.
So
Like-
That's fucked up.
is this BuzzFeed publishing stuff now?
I mean, they have
published
been.
their articles.
yeah, they have their own writers.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but if they copy your stuff and publish it, then they're a publisher, right?
Yeah.
I think I mean, I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
so.
They're
I
no
mean,
longer So they're no longer a platform then.
They've never been a platform. They've always been a publisher.
BuzzFeed's not a platform.
Yeah.
Oh, well
And
then
that's
sue
the
the
place
shit
where
out
you
of
used
them.
to take those quizzes.
Yeah. Like,
Then
Which
sue the shit
section
out of
of
them
the
for
character are
using
you?
using your shit to make money. That's fucked
What-
up.
Exactly.
what
And I think
Rubik's
the way
Cube
that
color are you?
BuzzFeed is getting around copyright laws is just because they're crediting the OC, the original content, the original creator. They're crediting that because it shows the names, it shows the tags, it shows where they found
It's
it.
like embedded. You can click on the image and it would
Yeah.
take you to Tumblr or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah. So like I know I Can Has a Cheeseburger, they usually post a lot of Reddit threads or Reddit posts. And as soon as I open the page, I'll go in. I don't want to read I Can Has a Cheeseburger's article about it. I always go in and click into the Reddit app so I can find it right there.
Mhm.
It's I don't know. Like it's good that people are calling BuzzFeed out and they're saying, "Hey, you're not going to ask me if you can use my stuff or pay me for using my stuff. Then here, you should donate to this." And they're bringing awareness to a cause. I wish I'd done a little bit more research into the cause, but it sounds like a good one.
Like it's a different thing because like like content creators or influencers like Twitch, for example, like you get monetization based on your views or whatever. Like there's certain things that you get. So if these companies are embedding these posts or pictures or memes or whatever, those people aren't getting the views or clicks or likes or whatever unless somebody actually wants to go out of their way, like Puzzled, and click on them. So in a sense, like you're kind of like robbing them of their own like audience in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
on the flip side, to be a devil's advocate, it's kind of like it's online, like you're publishing it and it's public. Why can't they do that? So like I think
Yeah.
about that, but I think more so of like that's somebody's content. Like you don't steal that. That's not okay.
It's like stealing someone's jokes.
And I think that's the catch-22 for a lot of people going in on this is if it weren't for these BuzzFeed articles, we wouldn't be getting the recognition. We wouldn't see a lot of these posts. There wouldn't be a collection of whatever type of posts.
Yeah.
Because so it's like how do you moving forward, how do you work that system? Do you say, "Hey, can I pay you $1 to use your tweet in my, article about
I think
Twilight?"
they should at least start by asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they do bring a lot of, exposure to people.
Like if you're on my page, scrolling my feed to create a link, why can't you send a DM and say, "Hey, we're going to use this in an article. Do you mind?"
Or leave a comment. Hey, we would love to use this in an article. Let us know if we have permission. Like it won't take anything to do that. You're absolutely right.
Right? Like people on Reddit, whenever they post long text stories, they have to be specific to say, "No, I do not allow for anyone to use this in their video content." Like the fact that we have to get to that is fucking annoying.
I've seen
It's
those.
all right. I'm just going to
Yeah.
record all of Alan's streams, right?
You're
And
gonna
I'm gonna
restream it?
replay them.
You motherfucker.
I'm gonna restream it, but I'm gonna put him in the little description down below, a link to his Twitch page.
No, you didn't ask me. I didn't say yes. No.
I linked it. I credited you.
You know what you can have?
These nuts.
You forgot I had that one, didn't you?
I set him up. You knock him down. It's teamwork, Alan.
Anyway, you want
Another one.
Oh wow, that was good.
No, but yeah, I totally agree with everyone on this. Like you have to at least ask if you're grabbing these posts for content. Like YouTube content creators have already been under fire for it. Like we don't have to say you're not allowed to use this. You should have the common courtesy to ask.
But again, if major platforms like YouTube, right? If YouTube's one of the worst. I mean, the YouTube Rewind, right?
Yeah.
The YouTube Rewind every year is notorious for never asking creators for permission. But they take that content and they monetize it. And you know YouTube monetizes it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Well,
to
it's
the
like
max.
Etsy. Etsy has started putting ads either on their website or other people's, and they did not ask the shop if they could use that as an ad. So when people click on it, the shop gets charged for that ad.
Mm-hmm.
Not Etsy, the shop.
Well, and you okay? So back to YouTube though, because you know our overlord, but they are monetizing non-monetized channels now. So even if you're not part of the partner program and you're not making ad revenue, they can
Like
still
us.
run ads on your videos. So like our videos, they can still run ads on.
I don't like this. Turn it off. Turn it off.
But you know,
Can't.
so it's
Son
not
of a bitch.
just people like BuzzFeed that is doing this and getting away with it. It's also the people who built up BuzzFeed. It's like the whole network.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you should subscribe to Official Millennials for all your content. officialmillennials.com. One
Boom.
stop shop for whatever we felt like posting that day.
That's it. That's it for this week. Good episode, guys. Good episode. I'm just
Proud of you guys.
I do have a poll in the chat. Do you think major publishers / platforms should continue as they are? At least ask, pay them for their content. Prompt, that was typo. And ask and pay. So let us know what you think.
I think they should at least ask for the content. But it'd be
So,
nice if you were
At
to get paid.
minimum, they should ask. At
Heads up to our
maximum,
mods. A lot of our channel points are unredeemable at the moment.
Why?
why?
They're not available.
To who?
Who turned it off?
I don't know. I hit bust a move. Out of stock. Come back later.
Oh.
Hang on, I got it.
No,
you-
I can go in there. That's my stuff.
I
Okay.
love this quote from Budiero. We are about the dollars. Exposure don't pay rent.
Yeah.
But
That's
for
the
real,
best
I
truth.
mean, you can't make money unless you're spending money, and you don't spend money unless you have it. So give the goddamn creators the money so they can spend it.
There's this TikTok sound, and it's about like kind of geared towards small businesses. And there's so many Karens that are like, "You haven't shipped my handmade order," and it's like, "Bitch, like my bio says it's gonna take at least 2 to 4 weeks to ship out." And
Yeah.
there's a sound that says like, "It costs so much because it takes so many fucking hours, so many hours. It costs so much," and it just goes on. And so I think about that every time. I'm just like, don't be a Karen, man. Pay these people for their work. How are we going to encourage people to be creative or innovative if we don't pay them for it?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Just kidding, Alan or Peach. You can totally do that.
Ew.
Apparently, I got signed out of Twitch on my Edge.
Yeah, did y'all notice that pretty much like all streaming servers and stuff like kicked everybody out? You got to reassign everything in.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Dang.
at our house, Disney did that like on all their devices.
Nah, I didn't do that. They haven't done that to us here, but I've been pretty on top of it. Only thing I had to sign back into was Twitter, and that was the stream. All right, it's fixed.
Hulu has kicked me out.
Yeah.
Lucky if I get Hulu to work.
Work.
They've
The
been working their butts off for the last year and a half.
these Olympians, their whole lives to get to this point.
Jeez.
Gosh, can you imagine being in the Olympics? Like, there's like 13-year-olds in the Olympics right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How? I thought you had to be at least 16 by law.
Just the best of the best.
I think there's like a
The Olympic
13-year-old.
committee, yeah, so I don't know about if they've changed it, but I remember that because like when Gabby Davis, I think, or Douglas, when she was doing her thing, she was 15, but she was turning 16 by the end of the Olympics, so they let her in.
You gotta be like 16. Okay, hold on.
Well, they
Finding-
look 13, okay?
Right? They look young. That's good, right?
Well, okay, so riddle me this. So some of the youngest athletes in history, this is a Forbes article. They're not even old enough, but they're already breaking records. Tokyo's youngest competitor was 12 years Syrian table tennis prodigy who exited the game Saturday after losing. And then the second youngest Tokyo Olympian is a 12-year-old, a Japanese skateboarder who's the youngest athlete to ever represent the country in the Summer Games.
There may be different age limits for different categories then.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They might have just changed the rules for, the situation.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old Canadian, Summer McIntosh, was a swimmer. She finished the 400-meter freestyle.
Nice.
So that's just
Way to
amazing.
go.
Kids are more or less, kicking ass.
Yeah. So where we stand at in the Olympics right now is China, an overall medal count. China is number 1 with 18 medals. The US is number 2 with 15. Japan is number 3 with 13. But in terms of gold medals, Japan is first with 8. The US is second with 7 gold medals, and China is third with 6 gold medals.
Nice.
So that's kind
Hydrate.
of like where we stand right now. So Tokyo has a lot going on right now. So for one, it's typhoon season, so they had to get like all their swimming and rowing competitions out of the way pretty early because I think there's like a storm coming. And then
Yeah.
the second part of that is these games are a year late, right? They should have happened in 2020, and instead they had to be pushed to this year due to the pandemic. Some people in Tokyo, some are very proud to host the games. Like Budiero was telling me yesterday that
Mhm.
it's the best of the best. Like you go and you compete, and it's the best of all sports worlds. And then you have the flip side of this, which is citizens of Tokyo, where Tokyo has like some restrictions still in place from the pandemic. They were protesting the games even occurring. So we saw that a lot in the opening ceremony. So I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think that we should have just skipped this Olympic altogether and come back in 2024? Or do you think that their current plan is they're just doing their best?
I think we could have at least held off for another a year while we get more people
But then you're in the Winter
vaccinated.
And
Olympics.
next year you have the Winter
Yeah.
Olympics.
Well, the Winter Oh, that's true.
Every 2
It's
years.
every 2 years. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Well,
I think it was something that everybody kind of needed. It was at least a break from you're all gonna die from this variant today.
Yeah.
I mean, people were already protesting the Beijing Winter Olympics, so we can just host the Summer Olympics.
I'm really glad they went ahead and did it. I understand, there is the new Delta variant, but there's only so much you can do, right? COVID's going to become the new flu, and that sucks.
Hmm.
But people have been working very hard for this for the majority of their lives. And I think if they were willing to go and compete, they should be allowed to compete. And I'm glad because we have seen so many fantastic changes. And I'm just talking about costumes, not even in the US's costumes. I haven't seen a damn thing. But I've seen one of the volleyball teams. They took the Norwegian volleyball team. They took the fine for wearing shorts for their volleyball game, which is awesome. Because why do girls have to wear their little bikini for volleyball? We're finally getting to see gymnasts who have decided to leave the leotard behind in favor of a full bodysuit. Go, you guys. Like, I am super stoked about it. Sorry to get on my little rant box, but I had to get it in.
I love
know,
the
Super
soapbox.
excited about it.
Yeah.
They should totally they should be free to compete in what makes them feel comfortable,
Exactly.
Yeah.
as long
That's
as
a
it's
good point.
professional.
That's a good point. I feel like we probably shouldn't have done these games. And I think a lot of it is coming from, yes, pandemic, but also from a fiscal perspective. So Japan has spent millions of dollars, if not billions, on these games so far. And of course, like the vendors, tourism is gonna be suffering from not having what they should have had that they've already poured into these games. Tokyo, I believe, they have not hosted the games since the 60s, I want to say, like 64. And that was like their reemergence after the war. So I just feel like, man, like that was what, almost 60 years ago, and then this is going to be the Tokyo Olympic legacy, like the pandemic one, that kind of
See,
sucks.
I agree with you that we were robbed of the greatest uh Olympic ambassador that's ever graced the Olympics, Goku.
Yeah.
And two, if they didn't do the Olympics, then they wouldn't this at right now, I don't think they would have ever done it for Tokyo.
Yeah.
So not only would they have lost out on everything they put into it so far, but they would have had zero chance to recover any money back.
Mhm.
At least now
Point.
they're having some chance to recover a little bit. I mean, I'd rather take a 50% showing than not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it
True.
comes down to like your actual events. So there are some athletes that have tested positive for COVID and they're pretty much sidelined. Now, some events I think they can get away with, like, especially if they're asymptomatic. But, can you imagine like finally getting there and then boom, you test positive for COVID? Like, that sucks. That really sucks. And then you
Yeah.
can't compete.
Did anybody? I only saw the headlines for it, so it might have been clickbait. But did anybody see the title of the woman who went to the Olympics and wasn't allowed to bring her baby? She said like she was
I heard nothing
deceived.
about
Like,
that.
okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
all
think I
the
heard
news
that
article
one.
gave, or all the title said was, woman goes to the Olympics and was basically told she couldn't bring her newborn, that she was deceived, and they got separated. Not like separated, but like she had to leave her newborn.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't hear any
Okay,
of
so
that.
you heard about it.
But I did see some of the art that Japan had done for each country, and it's actually really
Oh, the
cool.
kimonos.
Yeah.
The
Well, not just
kimonos are
the
awesome.
not just the kimonos, but the anime characters that they made for us, or for all the countries. They're pretty cool. Mexico's has an eagle.
Oh my gosh, a Paralympian couldn't compete since she couldn't bring her mom since she was her handler. She was deaf and
What?
blind.
That's
Oh,
fucked
wow.
up.
I feel like that is like the exception. Like, shouldn't it be?
Right.
Yeah.
It feels almost discriminatory to say, like, oh, if you need this extra person to help you, then you just can't compete.
That's very
Have they already started
discriminatory.
the Paralympics? I thought they, as soon as the regular Olympics ends, they start the Paralympics right afterwards.
I don't know.
I didn't know they go at the same time. That's cool.
So
Yeah, that is cool.
here's
I
a
didn't know that happened
question
on
for you
here.
guys.
Mhm.
If you watch the Olympics, where, like, what Olympic sport do you watch or are you excited about?
Skateboarding.
So I only watch the Winter Olympics because I'm white, and I cheer on curling. I love watching curling. I watch it all day.
Not the bobsled.
Nope.
It's not
Curling.
even the Jamaican bobsled team. That's rude.
I
They
don't.
haven't been since the 80s. Sorry.
I can't say that I've ever even like sat down to watch the Olympics. Maybe opening ceremonies. I think the last opening
Yeah.
ceremonies I watched was probably Beijing because they went all out. But other than that, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's there. It's in the background. It's happening.
I remember the Sydney Olympics very well.
Oh my god, I think I'm with puzzled on this one. I don't think I've ever seen like any sport in the Olympics other than the opening ceremonies. But I did catch sharpshooting and skateboarding this past weekend with Bootyro when they came over. And that was fun. Although
I love gymnastics. Simone Biles is a freaking hero. She's short and amazing. We love her. And ping pong. Oh my god, I love watching the ping pong because, like,
Dude, it's so intense.
dude, you're an athlete. You're an athlete. Like, your table's this small. your ball is this small and it's going so fast.
Booty Euro, I actually met one of the U.S. Fencers here in San Antonio a couple of years ago. She lived here with her boyfriend, I think.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
I'm still
Wow.
waiting for lightsaber battling to make it in the Olympics.
Right? Like, why isn't that in the
Quidditch?
Olympics yet? Or
It's finally
Quidditch.
recognized by the World Fencing Association, but not the
Yeah.
Olympics yet.
And I think that's only because of Christopher Lee. It's because he was like a trained and expert swordsman and fencist and whatever else.
Those videos that you
Yes.
guys have sent and like watching him like practice or do the in between takes of, oh my god, it is beautiful. It is
Mhm.
definitely an art form.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what's next on the Olympic list. Maybe Booty Arrow can tell us since he's all things sports. But I mean number 2 out of total medals, not bad. Number 2 in terms of gold, not bad.
Yeah.
We're just getting started too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
I
solid
mean, I
week of
think-
Olympians.
the only disappointment we've had so far is our women's soccer team. I think they're the only ones that should have medaled but haven't.
He really?
Didn't
What
they beat
was-
Mexico like 2 years ago, the women's soccer team?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but that was a total different team too.
Mhm.
Basketball dog. Yeah, basketball.
What was the event where, once again, sorry, I'm world's worst. Article, the title was the one event where the US was cheering for ourselves to lose.
That was soccer.
That was soccer.
That was
Yeah.
the women's soccer team because the women's soccer team has had a lot of bad press here in the United States. So they were the ones that were suing because they said the soccer league was paying them less than the men's.
Yeah, I remember that.
But then when the lawsuit settled, it actually came out that they made a higher percentage than the men. The men just brought in more money.
Mm,
Mhm.
okay. That makes sense.
So then they have a bad cloud around them.
That, and they were also counting sponsorships that the individual teammates would make, and they averaged that out to all of them. But those don't really count towards getting paid by the soccer club.
The league. Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
league,
more
yeah.
so your individual profit.
Mm-hmm.
And that just sounds kind of like really bad contract negotiations.
Yeah, it sounds like contract negotiations went bad. But I
I
remember
didn't
that.
even know about that.
Yeah. And they've been very, political. They've been a very political team,
Mm-hmm.
and just people are tired of politics right now, and they just want to see a ball go back and forth on a field.
Dude, I'm with it. I'm tired of politics too.
Yeah. Only reason that I know any of the advertisement stuff is because Philip DeFranco reported on it like a year ago. And I remember all that backlash. It like went back and forth. People didn't know where to go.
As Phil would say, don't be so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and like especially for them, right? Because men's soccer is the biggest sport worldwide.
Mhm.
The market cap is trillions. Women's soccer, the market cap is billions. So it's like,
Substantial.
no
Mhm.
sense you're gonna make less, right?
Yeah.
That's impressive though that it's in its billions.
Oh yeah, I mean, soccer is
women
still the most
players.
popular sport on
Mhm.
earth.
Mm-hmm. It's way more
Yeah.
popular than
Right.
American football.
Yeah, go Swedish women's soccer. Woo.
I agree with Booty Arrow. It is a very bad time to be a basketball fan. I don't I have not
Yeah.
kept up with the NBA the last 3 years. How dare you?
But like
Me?
legit, I could tell you, I stopped watching the NBA when they started putting people's names on the back of their jerseys and all the political stuff. Same with the NFL, right?
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm trying to tune out. I'm already hit with that all day long. I don't want to see political messaging in my sports, right? So I just
Right.
tuned out. I'm not watching any sports this year, and it's like,
Yeah. Like, dude, that's
I'm
that's
totally lost.
that's why I
After
play
Tim Duncan
GT.
retired. After
Right?
Tim Duncan retired, I was out. I was like, that greatest of all time, right then and there. It's gone.
So who is on America's basketball team? Like, has America's basketball team ever like played against the NBA players, or is it like
They are. So
They
they're
are
the
NBA
NBA
players.
All-Star team.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to get invited to go.
And
from
then
the-
Coach Pop is the coach of it.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's what happened when Tim Duncan was retiring. Coach Popovich was supposed to retire with him, and Becky Hamill was supposed to take over the Spurs.
Mhm.
She
But
went
then
to Suns
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to the Suns.
But then
or
he
Utah
hung,
Jazz.
then he hung around because of Kawhi Leonard, which then threw everybody's plans off. And I'm glad that she left. Like, you know, I've always been a Spurs fan, right? But I think she was better than the Spurs at the moment, the current team.
Becky Hammond? Oh my god, yeah, she's right.
Mhm.
And also Budiera is right. It isn't the All-Star team, that it's actually the US Olympic team. And so some notable people, like players that I know anyway. Kevin Durant,
Mhm.
Kevin Durant.
Oh.
I don't know any of these.
Oh, and featuring Kevin Durant.
Wow.
But yeah, there's players from NBA teams.
Yeah, and so I was watching some. They were kind of breaking it down a little bit, and it's not that our team is they're not the best this year that we've ever produced, but also because of the NBA's influence worldwide, they've actually influenced great players to be better, right? With their training schedules, their technology, the way they do everything. So
Mhm.
Yep.
the world's actually more competitive this year in basketball. But still, yeah, our team's just not there this year.
You know,
Yeah, France beat our team or Team USA team from what I saw. There's an update 12 hours ago. Team USA frustrated with offense amid France loss. So it's not going good for Team USA.
Speaking of France, something that was hilarious earlier, we saw a meme of them spraying farming manure all over the president's house in France in protest of the new bill they passed.
oh my god.
It was hilarious.
We said we needed a break from politics, okay?
I know I'm not getting into the
Yeah,
political area of it. I'm just saying it was pretty
there was
funny
a lot of poop.
Wow.
for them just to spray manure all over this guy's palace. It was just hilarious.
God.
Hey, you could say it was a shit show.
Wow.
You could have at least told me. I would have done the drum roll.
You did great.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I had something to say and I totally forgot.
You
Oh,
should be
well.
right.
I don't know.
I know. I got the odds.
No, don't yawn.
No, you. Oh, damn
I
it.
know, right?
You know what? While
So-
you're yawning, tell us what we're doing this week on Circle of Jerks.
While he's yawning?
Yeah, while he's yawning.
Ah,
Damn
I'm excited for that circle of jerks.
it! It's gonna be
Right.
great. No, I have a couple of invites for this week out.
So
I haven't heard
we're
back
gonna
from you
have
yet,
an
though.
hour of Alan's impressions, and then I'm going to give British commentary on them.
Right.
Yeah.
What is those Muppets
So-
called?
That was
Statler and
dog shit.
Waldorf.
Yeah.
Say what?
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
What?
Friday. Friday is community game night. So if you are not in a Discord and you haven't signed up, you are missing out. We're gonna start off with some Jackbox Party and then switch over to Among Us. We're gonna be Amongin at 8:30. So sign up for what you want to play it on. If you want to sign up for both, great. Sign up for one, not the other. That's fine too. We hope to see you guys there. Thursday, Puzzled, are you gonna have your Final Fantasy with Chata?
Thursday is actually up in the air right now. Unfortunately, Kata will not be able to play this week. So I don't know if I'm just going to grab Unholy and be like, hey, I need you to play with me. Or if I'll...
That came out wrong.
Whoa.
Oh, it did. My bad. Or if, I'll just pull up some Terra or something. Or if I just do my Final Fantasy by myself on my other character. Because she's still, like, level 10. And we just got to, like, level 56. So...
Or her and Sylvie can play Fall Guys.
Yeah, Fall Guys.
Does anybody know how to set up like a Fall Guys controller on an iPad?
No.
Because Sylvie can handle this.
Yeah, if we have people who want to play Fall Guys, I've always wanted to do a squad with people I know. So I'm totally down to round up a Fall Guys squad.
Etcha Sketch plays Fall Guys. I think Real Spy Shadow plays Fall Guys, and I think so does Spartan actually. So can round up some
Sammy
peeps.
Phantom.
I haven't seen him stream in a hot minute.
I don't know if I'm missing everybody's going live, but I haven't seen anything. I think Twitch hates me.
I think a lot of I think they called them the pandemic streamers are back at work and they're not streaming as much.
Yeah. Or it could be that your Twitch account was logged out, so you're gonna have to log back in.
No, I mean I'm on Twitch right now, but
man.
it doesn't it sends me notices, but not for everybody.
All right, Bootiera, sign up
Ooh.
in Discord.
Yeah.
I will be hopefully finishing up Little Nightmares. I'm finally at the tail end of that this week. Yeah.
How is it going? How is Little Nightmares?
I've really enjoyed it. It's scary as fuck and I scream a lot. So if you're into that, come visit my channel.
As she strokes her little kitten.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Wait, I have a sad trumpet, but I'm not gonna play it now.
Sylvie, come here.
And I think that's it for that's going on immediately. Book club is we're gonna have our chapter 2 discussion at the end of August, and then we'll have our book club regular meeting for Renegades by Melissa Meyer on August 20th. So interested in either, again, join the Discord, look for the You Heard book club discussion channel.
Nice.
And with that, who should we rate?
I don't know. Who should we rate, chat?
Yeah, don't forget, chat, if you want to drop 1,000 points, you can pick who we're rating tonight.
Yeah.
It is a channel point redemption, and we do encourage it.
Please
Send
tell
us
us
somebody we've never ever seen or talked to before in our life. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, we like to
Yeah,
make
I
new
love that.
friends. I like to make new friends.
Yeah.
Also,
That's great.
I think for Friday, I'm going to try to stream a couple hours before community game night. I don't know what I'll be doing yet, but watch out for that.
For that.
And cat butt.
Whoa. You can't show cat butt. You have to cover his butt. You got to cover his butt.
He's got it.
Aw.
It's a she.
You got to cover her butthole.
Right.
Her-
you
her-
gendered Sylvie.
She's so curious. So, yeah, we've already found out we're going to have the issue of her sitting on people.
That's not an issue.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean,
When
some
she's,
people
like,
aren't okay
you know,
with a cat
15
just
pounds.
randomly coming up and sitting on them.
I'm okay with this.
Then they shouldn't come to our house.
Ooh, you know what? Oh, okay. It's either
this is
between
Sylvie's house.
it's either between a raid to Lost Fables or a raid to Care Games. Care Games is one of the people in Shitty Jokers kind of community, and she just hit her affiliate mark today.
Well, that'd be cool to rate her.
Yeah, let's read her.
Okay, cool. Cool. Very
Everybody
cool.
hang
She's
on.
playing Super
Wait.
Mario Odyssey.
So,
Love it.
if you're watching right now, go get one friend and help them join in on this raid.
Yeah. And ooh, I'm gonna do this for us. Go ahead and make sure to do.
Chicken butt.
No, not that. Hold on. make sure to just copy this if you got our emotes. If not, just do the millennial raid and spam that as much as you can. What's up?
Also, remember, after we raid, if you're watching in the web address bar, once we get to their channel, take out the refer raid so that they get their views.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's something that I saw on Chip's channel whenever she raided somebody.
I didn't know that. Anyway, guys, here we go. Thank y'all for being here. Here's our producer this week. It is NJ.
Well, that's a lie. It's me. It's always me.
Wait. Woo! Thank you. Thanks for being here, guys. Have a great night. I don't know what voice that was, but I went for it.
I like it.
I went for it.